Hello guys, where am I? I'm in front of the Stadium Bukit Jalil here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. This is the venue where they hosted the 2017 Southeast Asia Games. So it's a pretty nice area if you want to do some sport, but this is not why I'm here. I would like to share with you my review impressions of the Yamaha Nmax that I've been riding for the last 6 months. I put about 4,000 kilometers on the clock. This is the bike. I hope you can see it. And let's get right into my review. What are the strengths of the bikes? What are the areas of development where I think Yamaha needs to brush up their game? And yeah, not that many, to be honest. I think it's a pretty good companion for everybody who's looking for a great all-rounder with enough punch for the big city life. So let's get right into the review. Okay, let me give you a first few optical impressions about the bike. I find it's actually a very well designed small motorcycle. When I bought it, or before I bought it, I had a few concerns that the front would be a bit too bulky, but it actually turns out that you get used to the look very briefly. By now I really like the design. Let's talk some of the specs. Well, first of all, the engine. The engine is a 155cc liquid cooled engine that provides a power output of around 14.8 horsepower. If you ask me, it's just about nice to go through the big city traffic, do daily commutes, mid-distance, but it can also go the long range, no worries about that. It accelerates quite nicely between 0 to 120 kilometers per hour, so there's no power gap or any lag where you would think I'm missing something. Obviously it's not a pure sports bike, hence you don't get the sports acceleration, but to go in and around of town and do the commute is really nice. You probably beat most of the cars anyway, since it's much lighter, nimble and more agile, so no issue with the engine. Yeah, in terms of maintenance, not much to do, just do an oil change. I think after the first 1,000 kilometers, after every consecutive 2,000 kilometers. Of course, you need to refill the air occasionally to the tires, and I think V-belt is due after 15k. I'm not too sure about it, but yeah, the maintenance interval for that is it's very easy to manage and maintain the scooter. In terms of fuel consumption, yeah, obviously as a scooter you'll be much lower than any given car. Very economical. I only need to fill it up about once to twice a week, which cost me 10 to 11 ringgit per tank. Malaysia, I don't know, that's €2.50 and probably $2 something like that. So it's quite cheap to maintain this vehicle. How about storage in this scooter? Well, this is a question a lot of people ask because they buy a scooter as a daily commuter, so it needs to come with a good storage solution. This one has an under rear storage compartment that comfortably fits one full face helmet plus a few other things like a towel. I put a lock in there. The second storage solution is in here underneath the steering wheel. Oops, let's see if we can capture that. Where I can fit in my disc lock, a towel, my smartphone when I go riding, but you need to be a bit careful. Whatever you put in there may get wet, so don't put anything in there when you know it's gonna rain that cannot get wet. Alternatively, you can fit in top box at the rear quite easily. That's no problem at all. They're quoting me around 300 ringgit to do that. So in terms of storage, it really provides you with a quite comprehensive package for the size of the scooter. Great feature is that you can fit that full face helmet under the seat. It comes with a digital display, very easy. Most of what you'll see is speed, petrol. Oh, let me just switch it on for you guys. So it powers up. Here you have the petrol indicator, so I'm almost full. This will be the speed indicator, time, and you have a small gauge on how efficient your fuel efficiency is going. You can select it. You can go back to your overall kilometers that you've ridden on the trip. You can also set up the V-belt trip, or you can set it up in line with how many kilometers you have to run for your next oil change, so on and so forth. The side mirrors or rear mirrors I have a very good visibility of the rear traffic, so from a safety perspective this solution has been done very good. This is the cluster for the light, indicator and the horn. This is the power switch, so everything is aligned very easily, accessibly and pretty much standard, as I have to say. With regards to the riding experience and comfort levels, the Nmax truly doesn't disappoint. Whether it's in the city or outside on the highway, you can turn left, turn right. It's very nimble with its dry weight of only 136 kg. At the same time, it gives you a very stable cornering experience if you take those long stretches on the highway where you have some corners and you can take them with 120 kilometers per hour. The Nmax still remains stable as you steer into the bend, so there's no issues about that. So the vehicle is really made for those people who want to zip from point A to point B within an urban environment as quickly and comfortably as possible, as it gives you the stability as well as the acceleration. I came across reports earlier saying that apparently there were some vibrations within the rear section of the scooter. I think the problem has been solved by Yamaha. The newer units do not come with this issue. I don't experience that at all. My unit is very stable throughout all situations. I don't have any kinds of unnecessary or unwanted vibrations that I could report from. So overall riding experience, acceleration is excellent for this kind of scooter. The only thing which I'm missing really here is that Yamaha and Malaysia didn't put in any ABS as a standard solution. I think for the newer models that are coming out in the future, they're gonna put it as an option. Still, the option will be optional, so obviously you need to pay extra on that. So shame on you, Yamaha. You should put the safety of your riders first. Just give it to them for free. I think that would be a great benefit and asset for the vehicle. Do I recommend anybody to pick up a Yamaha Nmax? Yes, I do. It's a brilliant 150cc scooter, but please keep in mind this is what it is. It's not a fully fledged motorcycle. It's not a 50cc scooter. It is really a scooter that falls into the 150cc segment. Within that segment, it's probably one of its best in class scooter. It's competitively priced from my perspective. You really get a quality small motorcycle that gets you from A to B as quickly as possible. If you want to pick one up or go for a test drive within Kuala Lumpur, I can recommend you guys LMK Motors. I think they have a few outlets. The one that I went to is in Sungai Besi. I talked to a guy called Faisal. He was very helpful. He explained the bike to me. And if I have service requests, I can still text or call him anytime, and they're happy to entertain me and provide good guidance on any questions that I'm having. Okay, this has been my review on the Yamaha Nmax. I hope you liked the information that I provided to you. Please do leave a comment below in the comment section in case you have further questions. I'm happy to answer them as good as I can. Or also share if you have your own riding experiences with this bike, whether it's good, bad, or any other thing. I'm very open to that. So looking forward to hear from you guys and see you next time.